3:06 a.m. I can't fall asleep, but my leg does.
Hey, good morning. It's Darren Chase. How did I just figure that out? DARRINCHASE. Darren Chase. Darren Chase. Holy jeez. Dude, it is windy.
It's like 11:30 in the morning right now. My schedule consists of not sleeping much. Oh man.
Have y'all tried the new Doritos barbecue yet?
Huh? Actually pretty good for a barbecue chip. What am I saying? I like barbecue chips. It's good. I like to be a get-to person instead of a have-to person.
This time around, the car is pretty much just a glorified tent. Wherever he goes, that's where he is. And that's where he's gonna stay. Darren Chase.
Frisky87 at gmail.com writes in and says, Darren, how did you get to where you're at? It's a good question, Frisky. It's been a wild 5 years. It doesn't even feel like 5 years. It feels like a lot longer. Holy. February 2018, I was living in Los Angeles. It was a zoo. It was an absolute zoo. I went to Mexico, moved to Las Vegas. Immediately my car broke down. I was living in Las Vegas without a car, but I had a place to live. And then I went to Peru. Came back from Peru to move into my car because the house I was living in said I couldn't live there anymore. So at the time I had a 2000 Honda Civic. I put all my stuff in that and I just lived in my car for a couple months here in Las Vegas. That got stolen. Everything I owned was in my Honda Civic, and it got stolen 5 p.m. broad daylight from the El Cortez parking garage. I was gifted a minivan by some comics. I went on a tour. I drove all the way across the country to Prestonburg, Kentucky. The next day I drove to St. Louis, drove back to Minnesota to see my family and to do a couple shows out there. Then I went to my parents' house where my colon exploded. I had diverticulitis and I didn't know it. Spent 3 months essentially bedridden, in and out of the hospital, a total of 19 days. So this was July, I went in the hospital. By October, I was out of the hospital. Staples were out of my stomach, and I was healed. But now I was stuck in my hometown. And the only job I could get in my hometown was to be a substitute at my old high school. Substitute janitor. Made enough money to get back to LA by February of 2020. The whole world shuts down. I go back to Minnesota. Hung out there for a few months, played a lot of disc golf. June of 2020, I went on a road trip, man. In Lebanon, Tennessee, the minivan broke down. And then I got this PT Cruiser in August of 2020. And from there, man, this thing touched the entire country from one corner to the next. I spent a year in Denver. I get out here and immediately had car troubles. And since then, I've been stuck in my car. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I don't believe in worry.
I might just go take a walk. I get to walk. That's a good thing.
I don't really know where I'm going. That's where the worry free comes in, man. You can wonder. I think worry is when you attach fear to that. As long as you're here, you're still here, you know? As long as you're here, your story's still going. And there's the chance that it's going to end up really, really good. And as long as you push through, stay positive, stay worry free, everything works out.